Shalom, Israel. I would first like to give all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, and double honors and respect to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth, as well as much respect and honors to the brothers that are pushing this truth and sincerity across the four corners of this earth and risking their lives and freedom to do so. I would also like to give much honors and respect to the brothers and sisters that are of the hopeful elect and that are doing their very best to keep the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High to the best of their abilities. Shalom. This is Caleb of Judah, and I'm coming back at you with a quick lesson. And the title of this lesson is going to be something along the lines, with much wisdom there comes sorrow, or it's going to be something along the lines of dealing with anger. I haven't figured out a title yet for it, but I mean, it'll be something along those lines. But I don't know. I just kind of wanted to. I was thinking, and then, just thinking about how things go in this wicked kingdom that Evil E is running right now. He does everything that's contrary against Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. For example, he will tell you that a man can marry a man, a woman can marry a woman. He'll put the woman over the man. He'll have the woman ruling over the man. He'll tell you, that it's okay. To just like I say, once again, to sleep with beasts and to just do foul stuff. He allows a lot of, you know, he's oppressing us. Like I say, here it is. They got their foots on our neck. We're first fired and last hired. Uh, uh, they're oppressing us. By right now they're trying to give us this elixir. They're trying to make us first in line to get it, and a lot of our people, are following suit and taking it. Okay. Uh, you can keep going. You can keep on going and going. And when you see these things, like I say, Israel, it really gets to you. It brings grief. It makes you mad. You know what I'm saying? It just really makes you upset. You know. But at the end of the day, though, yeah, you're supposed to hate the evil. And love the good. But at the end of the day, though, what you have to do is you can't allow it to get to you to the point to where like it becomes you're just always vexed and mad every day. Constantly. You wake up, vexed. You go to bed vexed. And it gets to the point to where you can't function on your job. Because you're so upset. And then you start developing health issues. Because you're staying mad all the time. You can't let it get to that point, Israel. Okay? And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get some scriptures and we're going to talk about them and then we're going to wrap this lesson on up. Okay? The first scripture I want to get to is actually in the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 1, and this is verse 18. Okay, and this is Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 18. It reads, "For in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow." That's true. Like I say, when you come in this truth and you start reading these scriptures and you start understanding them and you see how things supposed to go. But yet here it is. Evil E. He does everything contrary against Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. It brings. It brings grief and sorrow. Okay. Here it is, Israel. We the so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. We supposed to be the ones that's ruling this earth. This earth was given to us, okay? But due to our inequities, and due to us going off, and transgressing against the Most High judged us, and so now, we're having to serve these wicked Edomites and the rest of these other nations, okay? They're pretty much oppressing us. They pretty much have their foots on our necks, okay? They're oppressing the mess out of us. Here it is. I'm gonna give you a prime example. Like for example, water. Here it is. Evil E. He pollutes all the water, and then he turns around. And sells you water, purified water. You can't even go out and and have the water's so polluted and foul here, and then he turns around and sells you water. Okay, water should be free. Water's all over the place, but he pollutes it. You know what I'm saying? And then turns around and sell you water. That's just crazy. Okay, that's just straight up oppressing someone. Okay, and then here it is. They putting all type of GMOs in your food. They raping and robbing and murdering us. What I'm saying? They had all type of ways of doing it. Here it is. Like I say in Flint. They were putting lead in the water. They just been oppressing us from day one. Okay. They've been having their foots on our necks from day one. And then I mean, all of a sudden now they talking about, I mean, you know what I'm saying, they care about us, I mean, and they want to give us this this I'll say elixir, because if I say the actual word they'll stop this video. But with this pandemic or pandemic I should say that's going on, they want us to be first in line to take this, and then what's so sad about it, a lot of our people are jumping in line to take it. Okay, and then all you have to do is just look at the news. This same stuff that they're giving us, I mean, you know what I'm saying, or that they're trying to give you, is causing all type of adverse reactions. It's even causing death. And then I mean, and they have agenda. They have an agenda. They want to depopulate the earth. Okay. And I mean, you know what I'm saying, they want to make you a permanent slave. I mean, you know what I'm saying, they want to their new world order that they're trying to bring in. Okay. And so I mean, when you see these things yeah, it makes you upset. Okay. It brings sorrow. It brings grief. Okay. Through once again, I mean, Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and verse 18. For in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow. That happens. That's true. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, too, though, I mean, like I say, we as we read, I mean, these scriptures, we see, I mean, this kingdom is falling. I mean, and that's what we want. I mean, because this kingdom is just, it's so wicked. I mean, and me personally, I'm just really tired of living here. I really am. You know. But we're going to go ahead and get another scripture. I want to go to the book of John, chapter 16, and I want to drop down to verse 33. Okay, and it reads, this is John chapter 16, verse 33. It reads, these things I have spoken unto you, that in me ye might have peace. In the world ye shall have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. Okay? Now here it is. I mean, right here, Yahushua is saying, he says, in these things I have spoken to you, that ye may have peace. And that's in the scriptures. I mean, reading these scriptures, I mean, we find peace in these scriptures. I mean, seeing these prophecies unfold. Like I stated earlier, this kingdom, Evil East kingdom, it's breaking down. It's coming to an end. I mean, and you can see the prophecies unfold. I mean, but like I say, you have to read these scriptures and you have to look at things with a spiritual eye. But when you see that brings peace. I mean, that brings peace. Reading these scriptures, I mean, brings peace. And then seeing this kingdom fall, I mean, you know what I'm saying? The righteous, that brings peace to the righteous, okay? It does, okay? And then it says, in the world, ye shall have tribulation, but be of good cheer. Because in this world, this is a wicked world. This is a wicked kingdom. Like I say, Evil E is running this world, and it's wicked right now, okay? We having tribulation right now. Like I say, we're first fired, last hired. Okay, I mean, we're being thrown throughout the prison system for petty crimes, and sometimes, I mean, we're being set up. I mean, and the sentences don't match the crimes. Okay, I mean, here it is. I mean, like I stated earlier, I mean, Evil E puts the woman over the man. I mean, you have a lot of homosexuality that's going on. You got these other nations, I mean, I'm saying, that are benefiting off of our oppression. We have to go to these other nations. I mean, I'm saying, for everything. And then you got these wicked 2/3, I mean, that are out here. I mean, I'm saying, I mean, it's bad enough that you got to deal with Evil E and these other nations oppressing you, but then you got these wicked 2/3, I mean, I'm saying, Israelites that's in your nation, I mean, I'm saying, that's oppressing you as well. I mean, that's causing you tribulation. Yeah, I mean, I'm saying, but at the end of the day, though, I mean, the Most High says, Yahushua says, be of good cheer. Okay, because I mean, this kingdom is only temporary, and once again, like I stated, you have to have a spiritual eye. I mean, and you have to understand and read these scriptures, because I mean, this kingdom is falling. Evil East kingdom is falling. This is only temporarily, and it's falling. It's falling. I mean, and these prophecies are steadily unfolding, and so that brings us good cheer to know that. And then right here he says, I have overcome the world. Everything that you're going through right now, all the trials and tribulations that you're going through, Yahushua had to go through those. Here it is. I mean, like I say, his own people turned on him. I mean, threw him under the bus. Yahushua was trying to, was preaching, is trying to teach the children of Israel on how to get salvation. But here it is, a lot of them mocked and scoffed him. I mean, I'm saying, they talked about him. I mean, I'm saying, and like I say, I mean, he was in the Roman captivity. Okay, I mean, and they killed him. I mean, his own people contributed to it. Okay, a lot of his own people. I mean, a lot of them wicked 2/3. I mean, I'm saying, that was back then. Them spirits. I mean, that was back then that turned him over to the Romans are here on this earth today. Okay, they are. Okay, and we have to deal with a lot of them. But Yahushua says, I have overcome the world. Because I mean, even though he went through that, I mean, you know what I'm saying? And they crucified him, they killed him. I mean, he came back, okay? He came back. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And so I mean he overcame the world, you know? He arose from the dead. I mean, and yes, he overcame the world. He did. And so I mean, we have to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments and have faith in our higher power, and we have to endure it to the very end. Because I mean, we will become this world as well. As long as I mean, you know what I'm saying, we have faith in our higher power, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, and as long as we keep these laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of our abilities, we will also overcome the world as well. Okay? Yahweh Shai, I mean, when he walked this earth, he kept the laws. He kept his law, statutes, and commandments. Okay? And he tried to show us, he tried to show the children of Israel the law, statutes, and commandments. And like I said, you had a lot of his people, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, these old wicked two-thirds, I mean, they laughed and mocked him and scoffed him. But I mean, he overcame that in the end. You know, they like I say, they killed him, but he resurrected from the dead. Okay, and so he overcame this world. Uh, I want to get to the book of Psalms. Psalms chapter 139 and verse 21. And once again, I mean, like I say, Yahweh Shai, he overcame the world. I mean, they killed him, but I mean, he rose from the dead, and now he's up in heaven with the Father. Okay, so yes, he did overcome the world. Oh, okay. I want to go to Psalms now. I want to go to Psalms chapter 139 and verse 21. I want to start at verse 21. Okay, and it reads, "Do not I hate them, O Lord, that hate thee? And am not I grieved with those that rise up against me?" Okay, now here it is. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, oh, well, let's go to verse 22. He says, "I hate them with a perfect hatred. I count them my enemies." Okay, okay. So this is King David right here. He says, "I hate them, O Lord, that hate thee. And am I not I grieve those that rise up against me?" So yeah, like I say, once again, I mean, evil E. You know, Evil E doesn't love you, Israel. These other nations don't love you. They benefit off your oppression, okay? They benefit off of oppressing you. Evil E benefits off of raping and robbing and murdering you. These other nations, I mean, I'm saying they benefit off the oppression of you as well. They do not love you. You do not have any allies over here, Israel, okay? I mean, and so they hate you. So, I mean, yes, you hate them too, okay? But at the end of the day, though, I mean, you know what I'm saying? You don't just wake up, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, from with hating. I mean, wake up and then go into bed just constantly hating and hating and hating to the point to where you're so vexed to where you can't really, I mean, you can't really function. No, you don't do that, okay? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Or you don't let somebody, I mean, you don't have so much hate in your heart to the point to where, I mean, like I say, I mean, you get carnal, or you allow someone to make you jump out the spirit, and then you're gonna do something that you're gonna regret later on down the line. That's gonna cause you some serious repercussions. You don't get to that point, Israel. Verse 22, it says, "I hate them with a perfect hate. I count them my enemies." Yes, evil E, these other nations, like I say, once again, Israel, they do not love you. These wicked two-thirds, yes, you count them your enemies. All through them, you count them your enemies, okay? Because they all, I mean, you know what I'm saying, they causing you tribulation. I mean, you know what I'm saying, they're oppressing you. I mean, and so, yes, you count them your enemies, okay? Uh, I want to stay in the book of Psalms. I want to go to Psalms 37. And I want to go to this is Psalms chapter 37. This is verse 1, and it reads, "Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be envious against the workers of iniquity." Okay, fret not. Okay, don't get so. Let's just look it up. Let's look up the word fret. Okay, we're gonna look up the word fret. We'll get the pronunciation of it.
Strong's H 2734. Chara. Chara.
Okay. And down here it says, I mean, it says to be hot, furious, burn, become angry, to be kindled. That means, like I say, to be furious. Just to stay all mad and upset. I mean, just to the point to where, I mean, you're at the boiling point. Okay, it says, "Fret not thyself because of evildoers." Neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity. That means don't just get to the boiling point. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But because, I mean, you know what I'm saying, there's evildoers out here. Okay? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because you hate the evil, yes. Hate the evil. I mean, but you know, at the end of the day, don't get to the point to where, I mean, like I say, you're just so mad and you're just so upset to where you can't function. You're causing yourself to become sick. You causing yourself to be, to get health issues. You don't want to get like that, okay? That's not healthy, Israel. Okay? Or to the point to where, I mean, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna jump out and do something, I mean, you know what I'm saying, that you're gonna regret later on down the line. No, you don't want to do that. Now at the same time, I'm not saying be a coward or be a pushover or anything like that, but at the end of the day, you have to use wisdom. You have to use wisdom, okay? And just because, I mean, some things can be, I mean, you know what I'm saying, avoided, okay? Uh, and like I say, that's why I say that, you may be, let's just say, for example, I mean, you may have a wicked, I mean, you know what I'm saying, supervisor. I mean, Edomite supervisor. I mean, and he's just constantly riding you and oppressing you. I mean, I'm not telling you, I mean, you know what I'm saying, to let this man just to be a coward and just let this man just push you over. I'm not saying that. But at the end of the day, though, don't allow someone like that, I mean, you know what I'm saying, to cause you to jump out the spirit and do something, I mean, you know what I'm saying, that you're going to regret later on down the line. Like, for example, I mean, you retaliate against them, I mean, and then you end up, I mean, you know what I'm saying, going to jail or something like that, or you're catching a charge as a result of it. Don't allow some wicked Edomite to cause you to do that, okay? But at the same time, like I say, I mean, you have to use wisdom, you have to use judgment, and I'm not saying, I mean, be a coward, because, I mean, some things you have to stand on and some things you have to address, okay? Okay, then it says be neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity. Okay, because I mean, you know what I'm saying, you have a lot of, I mean, people that are out here doing inequities. I mean, you know what I'm saying, and they're getting away with it. I mean, you best believe though they're gonna have judgment in the end. Okay, don't allow someone, I mean, you know what I'm saying, that's being sinful, I mean, cause you to go off. Okay, don't allow, I mean, you know what I'm saying, people who are doing inequities, I mean, or who are going against the Most High, I mean, cause you to go off. Okay, because in the end they're gonna get judged. Okay, they will get judged. You know. Okay, I want to get one more scripture, Israel, and I want to go to the book of Matthew. I want to go to Matthew chapter 24 and verse 13. And it reads, "But he that shall endure to the end, the same shall be saved." Okay? Now here it is. I mean, like I said, I mean, Yahweh Shai, he overcame this world, and Yahweh Shai kept the law. Okay? And at the end of the day, I mean, like I say, I mean, we have to have faith in our higher power, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, and we have to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of our abilities. If we do that, I mean, and we endure to the very end, I mean, you know what I'm saying, we'll be saved. Okay? I mean, you don't allow someone, I mean, or anyone, I mean, to cause you to go off, I mean, and cause some serious repercussions down the line. Okay? I mean, you have to have faith in your higher power. You have to come in these scriptures. You have to read them, and you have to pray for understanding if you don't have understanding, Israel. Uh, and you have to pray every day. I mean, you know what I'm saying, to your higher power to keep the spirit on you. Because just like you got the spirit on you, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, they can take the spirit off of you. Okay, then you will end up transgressing, I mean, you know what I'm saying, and being one of the 2/3, and you'll get destroyed over here. You don't want that, Israel. I mean, you don't want that. I pray every day. I mean, I pray sometimes 2 or 3 times a day. I mean, I pray as often as I need to pray. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, for the Yahweh Shai, I mean, to keep me in the spirit and to protect me and to give me, I mean, you know what I'm saying, and to increase my knowledge and increase my understanding of these scriptures and so I can, I can keep the law to the best of my ability. Okay, you want to do that, Israel. I mean, because I mean, we're really, I mean, it's coming down. I mean, it's coming down to the wire. I mean, you know what I'm saying, and it's getting really rough out here, and it's going to only get worse as time progresses. Okay, and the only ones that can save us, Israel, as I stated, is Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Okay, but with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this lesson on up. I hope it was edifying. Till the next time, I'd like to say Shalom.